All right, picking back up with part 2 here. I am on the phone with the recruiter after overcoming the rejection email because of the commitment and the singular focus on this. But I got this like fire truck pulling up, sirens blaring, screen calls going terribly. What happens next?
I like parks right in front of me, siren blaring. I'm so serious, y'all. This is how everything went. All these things the universe is throwing at me, like, are you sure you really want this, Trevor? Are you sure you really want this? Yes, I do. Because of that, because of what you can feel coming from me right now, the recruiter felt that, and she told me later, she was like, yeah, that was a terrible conversation, but I could just feel how badly you wanted it, and I could feel your passion, so she gave me another chance. She said, okay, that call sucked, let's do another call, and I'll give you another chance to have a good phone screen, and we'll see what we can do from here. Things went great in the second phone screen, and she also told me the job that I had applied for, she said, not qualified for this. How about the one a level below it? AKA the most entry-level position you could apply for, AKA the job that college students get. So here I am, I'm a manager at doing international tax consulting at this firm. I'm like 27 or so at the time, but I'm totally willing to take this completely entry-level position where I'm going to be working with a bunch of like 23-year-olds that are like just out of college, and this is basically their first job. And I didn't care because I was so committed. This is the other thing about this that was so powerful, was that I wasn't attached to, I need to start at this position or whatever. I was thinking, look, this is what I know I want. This is the route I want to go for the rest of my life. I don't care if I'm taking a step backwards or whatever. I'm so committed to, this is what I want. This is what I know I want long term. It didn't bother me for 1 second. I didn't have any ego about, I can't go from making this much and being in this position to, now taking this lower level position. I didn't care. I was just so committed to that being my future path. Here's where it gets really good though. So I go interview for that most entry level position. And because I'm so committed, because this is the one thing, the one singular thing, this is the other huge law of attraction that we need to keep in mind. Oh my God, let me just take a quick aside to tell you, if you told me that I was gonna be making a video about manifesting and the law of attraction, if you told me that I would be making this video at any point in the past, like up until basically today, I would have been like, nah, I can't, I don't know, I don't even know what that is. I don't know if I really believe in that. I don't know, I can't talk about that stuff. Well, I'm getting rid of my resistance to what I see now is so clear, what I believe to be true. And if you probably agree with this if you're watching this video, but if you don't, I don't care. Not in like not in a bad way or mean way, but just, I don't. Like, I really believe this, and I'm not gonna not talk about it. I'm not gonna say that I didn't manifest this. I'm not gonna say that I did not work the law of attraction like an absolute dream to make this happen, because I did. And part of that was when I got to interview for now this completely entry-level position. And because I was so prepared, because I'd taken so much action, because I was so committed, because I read the CEO's book twice, because I interviewed people who'd worked at the company, I did all this work to prepare. And the result of that, so I actually walked out, the guy who interviewed me he was a phenomenal interviewer. And it was a tough interview. And I walked out thinking, all right, I really don't know how that went. I don't know if I'm getting this job. But I do know that I did my absolute best. I felt great about putting my best foot forward, whatever you want to say, but I was like, I honestly have no idea how this is going to turn out. That the guy was tough. Turns out I got a promotion in the interview, and he recommended to the recruiter that I do actually go ahead and interview for the position above that one. So the one that I had originally applied for. Again, this is only possible because I was so committed. I had such a singular focus. Oh yeah, this is what I was gonna say earlier, was that I had this one singular focus. So the key to manifesting, the key to working the law of attraction is you gotta get really clear, and you gotta want one thing really, 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 really badly. You gotta believe it, you gotta want it, and you gotta focus it down to one thing. This was my one thing. This was my whole world. I had been really into the like fitness and nutrition thing, and I had a trainer, dropped off from that stuff. This was it. It was this career change in this job, and I knew I wanted it so badly. I was so singularly focused on it. I'd done so much work on it that when I got that rejection email, and like I said, that one cut me down. But then as soon as my friend gave me that little bit of encouragement, I said, "You're right." I got myself a phone interview, and I blew it. But I was passionate enough that she gave me a second chance. And then I get to interview there. And then I get the promotion in the interview to now interview for the job I originally applied for. And then I go into that interview.
I stress all this to say this is how this could look. It's not always going to be a beautiful, clean, straight line from where you are to where you want to get. You just have to worry about being singularly focused on the thing you want and trust the universe that with you taking action, with you being committed, things will fall into place. And it's not going to be the smooth path of, oh, as soon as I apply, I get the phone screen goes great, the interview smooth. No, there was a lot of other stuff in here, and that can be part of it. But all the while, you're just singularly focused and never losing faith or belief on this thing that you want.
And that one just went great. I knocked it out of the park. I knew it went great, and I was like, this is like really happening. It was a great day. I remember that day. And now here is the coolest part. So I told you I'd been writing down, starting 6 months ago, I'd been writing down, I wanted to start this in April of 2018. Now, I don't totally have control, and there's a lot to be said about like when they tell you can start and all this stuff, and this is where the universe just stepped in. So this is the other piece of the law of attraction and manifesting, is that when you really commit to something and you believe in it and you want it with all your heart, one of my favorite books, The Alchemist, talks about how when you really want something, want one thing, the universe conspires to help you achieve it. Commitment creates a black hole. You create your own black hole. Everything gets sucked in to help you towards your commitment and what you want. I was committed to this career change, and in the end, I ended up starting in April of 2018, just like I had been writing down 6 months before that, when I had no idea what the product this company even sold was. I didn't know anything about it other than literally like the #1 company in the world to work for, whoever rates those things. This is where I want to work. I had no idea what the how at that point. I just got committed and I took action. And when things tripped me up, smacked me in the face, I reached out for help. I needed help. This is not something I could have done alone, ever, at all, even a little bit. I had so much help from so many people, and I made it happen. We made it happen. Well, the universe made it happen. So that was it. That was how I manifested my dream job in 6 months. So the takeaways are, if you want to manifest something, if you want to work the law of attraction in your favor, you have to get really clear on what you want. You have to get committed. Commitment creates certainty. You can't worry about, I need all the how-tos and other, nope, that's not commitment. That's not going to work. If you're too caught up in that, that's not the game. That's another gameplay. You can play that game. That's not manifesting. That's not the law of attraction. Manifesting, the law of attraction, commitment, being committed, that commitment creates certainty. I got committed. I wrote it down every single day in my gratitude journal. Exact date I was going to start. I created it with other people. Creation happens in conversation. I talked about it so confidently, someone thought that I was saying I already worked there. I was like, no, I didn't work there. He was like, have you even applied? Like, what if this doesn't work out? Like, dude, get out of here with that energy. No, thank you. I don't need you. You? Yes. Anyone who wants to support my dream and encourage me? Yes, please. So that was it. I got clear. I wrote it down. I took massive action, and I kept my belief all the way through. And I didn't get too caught up in the details. I didn't care when I was getting knocked down a peg to then interview for the most entry-level position. So let me know what you thought about this video, if you felt inspired. Let me know about when you've done something like this, because this was something I did. And for years, I was never giving myself the credit for it or of what I really did. Like I wasn't recognizing like, yeah, that was you. That was the law of attraction. That was you manifesting something. That was you got committed, and that commitment created the certainty. So now I'm sitting here like, whew, okay, let me make sure I remember to use this throughout the rest of my life whenever I want to go after something that this is what it's about, that this is what it takes. And it's been a beautiful and happy story ever since then. I got the job there, everything went great there. I got promoted early, and then I've worked for a different company now that's even my dreamier dream job that I love so much. And I want to say that like it's also amazing, it's also great, but I also want to be clear that it didn't just happen. This didn't just happen for me. Like, I got clear on it, and I got a lot of help from a lot of people, and I took a lot of action. It wasn't just handed to me. I'm not taking credit for it. I'm giving the universe credit for it. I'm giving my parents and I'm giving everyone other than me the credit, but I want to be clear that it wasn't something that just happens. You don't manifest something just by saying that you want it and writing it down and wishing about it. You got to take action. Creation happens in conversation. Commitment creates certainty. All right. That's all I got. So, if you like this video, then like this video. And if you want to hear more and continue following along and see where I continue to take this thing, then please subscribe. I would love to have you following along. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments and tell me about a time that you manifested something. Do you have any questions? Was there anything unclear you think I skipped over? Let me know. I'll cover it in a future video. Whatever. Cool. Love you all. Bye.